Hello, Daily Antidote of Song. Welcome, 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 welcome. Oh, I'm saying welcome to myself as well because it's been a while since I've seen all of your lovely faces. How lovely to see you all popping into the screen today. It's a beautiful day here in England. Um, it is always a wonderful day in the Daily Antidote of Song. Thank you so much to Carpe Diem Arts for supporting this wonderful, wonderful thing. Thank you so much. We have a wonderful singer-songwriter here today called Tret Fure, who I am going to introduce very shortly. Some of you know her. I think this is her 8th time on the Daily, so she's family. So yeah, great to have you here, Tret. Let's welcome everybody into the space. So I don't know, I just fancy singing them today. So welcome, Tret. Nice to see you. Welcome, Jojo and Bryn in Vermont. Thank you for doing the tech. Hello, Susan in Cincinnati, Trish in Victoria, Sue Miller in Seattle, Kathleen in Albuquerque. We got Hoda in British Columbia, Ruth and Clive and in Birmingham, UK, Luda in BC with a lovely heart, Bene in California, Kim Wallach, hello, Caroline in DC, and Bob with no better day, Sheila in Florida, and Mabel in Massachusetts, Diane in Massachusetts too, and Kate in Charlottesville, Gary Pasner and Storm in Massachusetts, Sandy in Western NC. Welcome, welcome, Linda in Concord, Massachusetts, and Delhi in Maryland. I'm changing screens. We have Janet Stolnitz and LMG in Connecticut. Welcome, Laris, UK. Jamie Dundas in Victoria. Martha in Oregon. Nancy in Washington State. Carol J in Connecticut and Kay in Texas. Annette in California and Athena Savides. Apologies if I said your name wrong there, Athena, but welcome, welcome to all of you. I'm not quite sure what style that was. That was just something coming through. It's great to be with you all today. So yeah, it's wonderful to see you because I know I've been away for a little while. And you know how I like a retreat, the Daily Antidote of Song, people. I am retreating once again onto the moor to live in a yurt for a little while. So I will be out in the midst of nature for a few months. So I won't see you for a while, but it's good to be here with you today. And I will say a fond farewell for a short while and hopefully see you one day in the future. So without further ado, let's introduce our wonderful singer-songwriter for the day. We have the wonderful Tret Fure. Oh, one thing to say is it is Pride Month. So happy Pride Month to everybody out there. Let's have a little happy dance for Pride Month.
Yeah.
Wonderful. And we have Tret here, who is a singer-songwriter. She has 18 albums to her name. She's a guitarist. And I'm going to hand it over to her to bring the song that she is going to bring to us today. Thank you, Tret.
You bet. Well, in honor of Pride Month, being a proud lesbian, I have my wife and I have 4 children. My wife, I'm a stepmother to 4 children, and 2 of them are transgender. So I wanted to I wanted to share the song I've written about our oldest child, our transgender. He's transgender male, and I'm so proud of him. The courage it takes to make those transitions in our life, to become the people that we are supposed to be. That I want to celebrate that in song today. And this song, the chorus happens 3 times. The 3rd chorus is slightly different than the first 2, so you'll want to make a note of that. But let me play you this chorus first, and then we'll do the whole song. So the chorus goes, sometimes we are born into the wrong place and time. Sometimes it's as simple as gender. But it isn't ever simple, and wrong can still be right. And the heart should always be tender. So that's the chorus you're going to join in, and if you want to join in any other part of the song, please do, always. So here we go. Well, you've come come into your own like only you imagined. A choice you made yourself, no celebrity, no fashion. A glass about to break, the shell around your heart. And you have a choice, a map, a means, the chart. How hard it is, how hard to find an answer that can free you like a song. And how hard to tend a body in which you do not belong. The calling of your true self, the calling of your heart. Now you have a choice, a map, a means, the chart. Here we go. Sometimes we are born into the wrong place and time. Sometimes it's as simple as gender. But it isn't ever simple, and wrong can still be right. And the heart should always be tender. Well, I fell into a family that has love as its back door, and it's always swinging wide for the richest and the poor. And there's room for every shape and size, room for every heart. And you have a choice, a map, a means, the chart. Sometimes we are born into the wrong place and time. Sometimes it's as simple as gender. But it isn't ever simple, and wrong can still be right. And the heart should always be tender. Well, the challenge is acceptance in each and every hour. No matter what the package, no matter where the power. The toughest transition is to open up our hearts. But we have a choice, a map, a means, the chart. Here we go. Sometimes we have stepped into the right place in time. Sometimes it's no longer the pretender. But it isn't ever simple, and wrong can still be right. And the heart should always be tender. And the heart should always be tender. And the heart should always be tender.
Thank you so much, Tret. Can we show our appreciation? Well, it's already happening. It's already happening through the screen. We are
Yes,
loving that. Wow, it had such a celebratory, free, anthemic quality. I was just kind of with this sense of like freedom. Oh, yeah, everybody gets to be who they want to be. And hallelujah for transgender people, that there's more understanding, there's more permission, there's more means for people to be fully who they are. So
yes, unfortunately, the political times in which we are living is making it more difficult again.
Sure.
We've come so far,
yeah,
and we don't want to slip backwards, and that's why we need to all, in the U.S. at least, vote this coming November. Vote your conscience. Yeah,
exactly. Yes, it's a double-edged sword, isn't it? I mean, I kind of feel in the communities I'm part of, it's kind of the conversation is happening more. There's more, similar to race, there's more kind of understanding, people kind of deconstructing beliefs and views that they've held. So that's definitely happening. But of course,
it's definitely
there's a lot of
It's a positive.
prejudice
It's
still.
definitely a positive thing. Absolutely. But we, I have two trans children. My oldest is a trans male, and our youngest is trans female. And in 2016, our oldest moved from Virginia, where I live. I live in Newport News, Virginia. Moved to Massachusetts because Massachusetts is a much more open and affirming state, and it also has socialized medicine. And my son was worried about losing his ability, losing Obamacare, losing affordable health care, and losing his ability to get his hormone treatment. So we're all making life decisions and changes and accommodations so that we can all be the people that we should be, that we want to be.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, wonderful. I wonder if you would feel comfortable, Tret, just speaking about the difference that you saw in your children when they transitioned and
Oh,
became more of who they were.
absolutely. Especially our oldest. Our youngest is still in the process of transitioning, but our oldest, interestingly, Nat suffered from Asperger's, which they have discovered to be a misdiagnosis for trans people, because it's
Ah,
basically you're not who you're supposed to. You're not in your right body. So as soon as he decided to make that transition, he completely changed. And the most interesting thing is, he failed his driver's test as Megan 5 times. He could not pass his driver's test. As
uh-huh.
soon as he transitioned, he passed his driver's test right away.
Wow.
I mean, those kind of things they seem small, but they're incredibly significant,
Yeah.
in this world. Now, I grew up in the lesbian community. I grew up in women's music, and often in the early days of women's music, transgender issues were a hot topic, were a hot button issue, because there were a lot of people, especially at some of the festivals, that felt uncomfortable having a trans woman because that woman had been born male. These are issues that I never could understand as being a problem. But I've dealt with them throughout my life and career, and that's why it's so interesting to me that I ended up in my 60s. I've been married now since 2015, and I met my wife in 2011. That now I have 2 children, and I am completely supportive of their choices and their lifestyle, as we all should be.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely. Everybody should have the right to be
But
themselves. And
here, I'll show you something because I have them right
yes,
here. This is a picture of my wife and our oldest, Nat.
hey,
He's a little munchkin. He's
excellent.
very and this is our youngest on this side here, the tall one. That's our youngest,
Oh, a bit
Bridget.
higher. Can you go a bit
Oh,
higher with that one?
sorry. Yeah, that's Bridget, the
Ah,
taller one of the two.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Looking
So
very happy.
it's a very interesting. Yeah, it's very interesting to have 2 adult children that are transgender,
Yeah, yeah.
and we love them dearly, of course.
Oh, of course, wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I was just kind of just this weekend actually. I was on a course and something that I would love to learn more about actually, but that various indigenous, how indigenous ancient communities had viewed gender, in that there were so many different genders, and actually it was a mark of, I hope I'm speaking this correctly, but of kind of more seership capacity to have a more of a balanced masculine and feminine.
Yes.
And they had
Yeah.
various different gender categories. So it's almost like through the younger people, we're remembering this that we
Exactly.
have forgotten, it feels like.
Exactly. You're absolutely right on that regard. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Wonderful. Well, thank you for bringing this to us today. Is there anything else that you would like to share with us? Will you be doing anything to celebrate Pride Month? Any special gigs or events that you'll be?
Actually, I mostly have the month off. I fractured my patella last month, and it happened at the right time because I don't have many gigs until next month, later next
Ah,
month.
oh,
So I
that's handy.
needed this time to heal. So it just turned out like my body said, "Okay, I'm going to break you just a little bit, but let's do it while
Yeah.
you're not on the road."
Yeah,
So,
handy, handy. But
yeah.
just make sure that you don't go do loads of things. It's
Oh no,
seriously.
no, it's been tough for me because I'm a doer. I
Yeah.
came off the road with all these projects to do at home, and I had to resign myself to the fact that for the first 4 weeks I really couldn't do much of anything. It was just a fracture, so it is almost healed, but it's been an educational journey for sure.
Oh, good, good, good. Well,
Yeah.
rest well in that time. Really kind of drink deep of it.
Yes, I'm trying to. Yeah.
Wonderful. So are there any other projects or anything that you have
Well,
going
I'm going in the studio
coming
at the
up?
beginning of July to record a song that I did at the last Antidote of Song. It's a song called "No Child Should Ever Go Hungry," and I'm recording it and I'm putting some other instruments on it to release to radio in September. So that's exciting because
Oh,
I'm between projects right now. But I start back up on the road in July. I'm going home for a small show in my hometown up in northern Michigan. Then I'm going to Falcon Ridge Folk Festival, and then I do a bunch of I do a songwriting workshop every year in Seattle on Whidbey Island off of the coast of Seattle, Washington. This is our 13th year of songwriting and guitar boot camp, and there are still a few places available. Spots available if anyone
great.
is interested in coming to Whidbey Island late August. It's a fabulous time to be in that area. And we just have a great time. We have a lot of fun. And then my fall starts up, and I have tons of shows coming up in the fall.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow. Sounds like you're one of these people with lots and lots of gigs on the road, spreading your love and your music all over.
it's what keeps me alive. It's what I love. Yeah,
Oh, wonderful. Do you play with
definitely.
a band, Tret, or are
No,
you
I'm
solo?
solo. I'm solo. I've done that in the past, but I'm 73 years old. I want to just
What?
make a little money and do it by myself right now. Yeah.
Wow, you have so much energy. You look so
Yes, I
vibrant.
do.
You're doing
That's
something right.
yeah, that's right.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's great to meet you, and it's wonderful to have you here. I'm loving your guitar strap, by the way. That is a
Oh yes, chili peppers. I've had this for a very long time. A friend of mine gave this to me.
yeah,
Yeah,
wonderful.
definitely.
Oh, well, I can't wait to sing with you again, to be honest, Tret. Shall we sing with Tret again? Give us
Yeah,
a
let's.
wave if you want that. Everybody in the room says yes.
Okay, we'll do it again. I'll leave the instrumental out this time. We don't need to hear that again. We'll just sing. So here we go. Well, you've come into your own like only you imagine. A choice you made yourself, no celebrity, no fashion. A glass about to break, the shell around your heart. Now you have a choice, a map, a means, the chart. How hard to find an answer that can free you like a song. And how hard to tend a body in which you do not belong. The calling of your true self, the calling of your heart. Now you have a choice, a map, a means, the chart. Sometimes we are born into the wrong place in time. Sometimes it's as simple as gender. But it isn't ever simple, and wrong can still be right. And the heart should always be tender. Well, I fell into a family that has love as its back door. It's always swinging wide for the richest and the poor. There's room for every shape and size, room for every heart. And you have a choice, a map, a means, the chart. Sometimes we are born into the wrong place in time. Sometimes it's as simple as gender. But it isn't ever simple, and wrong can still be right. And the heart should always be tender. Well, the challenge is acceptance in each and every hour. No matter where the package, no matter where the power. But the toughest transition is to open up our hearts. But we have a choice, a map, a means, the chart. Sometimes we can't step into the right place and time. Sometimes it's no longer the pretender. But it isn't ever the heart should always be tender, and the heart should always be tender, and the heart should always be tender.
Yay! Wonderful. Woo, woo,
Thank
woo, woo.
you.
It's a proper stadium song. I love it. I
Oh
love
yeah,
it.
there you go.
Yeah, thank you so much, Tret. Can
Thank
everybody
you.
beam some love and appreciation through the screen to
Thank
Tret
you. Thank you
in
so
honor
much.
of Happy
Thank you.
Pride Month and all those people who are transgender? Let's celebrate those people stepping into who they
Absolutely.
really are. Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you for bringing this to us today. We have a little bit of time, so we can chat a little bit more at the end, Tret. But there's a couple of announcements we have.
Yes. Go ahead.
So we'll just go to those now. So the first thing is to tell you what's happening the rest of the week. So tomorrow we have Elise Bryant. On June the 20th, we have the wonderful Reggie Harris and Greg Greenaway. On the June the 21st, Matt Callahan and Yvonne Moore. Then Irene Espiritu on the 22nd, Chick Street Man on the 23rd. And your hosts this week are Elise Witt, Kathy Bullock, Sandy O, David Roth, yours truly, and Peter Amadon and Joe Rossi. What a veritable banquet of fine humans. And then we have the wonderful event. This feels like it's going to be a very special one. June the 20th, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, online. A musical presentation on race called Deeper Than the Skin by Reggie Harris and Greg Greenaway with members of Sweet Honey in the Rock. So this feels like it's going to be a really special event for the Daily Antidote. So please come along, please support. It's a Daily Antidote of Song fundraiser as well. So that's that. Then we're moving on to an event that JoJo is producing. Her late beloved friend Sonia Cohen Kramer has just had an album posthumously, I think I've said that right, released by Smithsonian Folkways. Nod if I've got those details correct, Joe. Is that correct? Good. And people, Elizabeth Mitchell, Daniel Littlejohn, Dan and Claudia Zanes, who are known to this community, as maybe the others are too, are going to be singing some of her songs. So it's a wonderful celebration. It's June the 23rd, 7 p.m, Washington Ethical Society. So if you're in the area, please go along. That will be a wonderful event. And we have a birthday. Every day's a birthday at the Daily Antidote of Song, isn't it? So we are saying a big, big, big happy birthday to Julie in Ontario. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Oh, Julie, I hope you can see all of these cards being held up for you. If you have a card for Julie, please hold it up now so she can see it. So, Julie, we're wishing you a beautiful, beautiful day, celebrating you. Thank you for being part of the Daily Antidote of Song family. So there we go. Wonderful. Awesome. And just to say, because I forgot at the beginning, it's day, would you believe it, 1,535.
Amazing.
Isn't this incredible? We just keep rolling. We just keep rolling with the same amount of juice, energy, love, flow, social justice. It's all here. Yeah. So thank you so much for being part of this. And it's so great to be one of your hosts. And I will miss you all for this time. I will be out on the moor, listening to the birds and the bees and being very simple. Yeah, just trying to stay alive in a very simple way. So I will not see you for a little while, but blessings on all of you. Sending much, much, much love, and keep singing, keep having a wonderful, wonderful community spirit here.
Absolutely.
So I think that is everything in terms of announcements for today. For those of you still holding up happy birthday signs, I think the happy birthday shot is going to happen another time. Is that correct, Joe? Just confirm
So
that you.
actually, everybody's already organized, so I'm gonna do it as soon as we close.
Okay, great. So we will revert back. So you are so on it, people. So yeah, we'll do it just at the end for the happy birthday for Julie. That's wonderful. Um, Tret, just before we finish, is there anything else you'd like to say to us? Can we say a massive thank you to you again for being with us? And any closing
I
words?
thank you all for always being here. I thank you, Joe, for making this happen. It's phenomenal that this has been going on so long, and to see these so many of the same faces every time I've been here, it's
Yeah.
just a joy, and it's so much of an honor to me to be included in this fabulous event that happens every day.
I know, right?
Unbelievable. Thank you
Oh,
so much, all.
oh, that's beautiful to end on, Tret. I feel exactly the same. Thank you for sharing that so beautifully. Yeah. And I want to say thank you as well to Bryn. I don't know how many sessions you've done, Bryn, but it's wonderful to have your support. And I'm
Hmm.
meeting you for the first time. So thank you for coming on board to the team and supporting us all with tech.
Yeah.
And thank you again to Jojo for all of this wonderful work to bring this together. It really is such a special, special thing that I've loved and still do. So let's say goodbye to our YouTubers and Facebookers. We love you. I'm sorry I didn't welcome you in the beginning. I forgot, but we appreciate you. Thank you for being here. And let's just go through and say a goodbye to everybody. So thank you so much, Tret, and see you again another time.
Yep.
Thank you to Bryn in Vermont for your tech wizardry. Julie, happy birthday in Ontario, Canada. I hope you have a wonderful day. Jojo in Tacoma Park, Ruth and Clive in Birmingham, UK, Susan G in Cincinnati, Sue in Seattle, Caroline in DC, Deborah in Kentucky, Trish in Victoria, Hoda in British Columbia, Nancy in Washington State. I hope you all have a wonderful day, evening, morning, whatever you're doing. Mabel and the Bears in Massachusetts, looking very celebratory. Diane in Puerto Rico, Storm in Massachusetts, and Kathleen in Albuquerque, Martha in Oregon, Sheila in Florida. Blessings to all of you. Kate in Charlottesville, Athena in Brooklyn, Dan in Vienna, Sandra Moore, Bene in California, Janet Stolnitz, although I know that's not you, Janet. It's Fred. It's Fred, I think. Yes. Bob and Bear. Ah, you have a bear. Oh, have a wonderful day. Diane in Massachusetts, Delhi in Maryland, James in Victoria, Kim Wallach, Jane in Texas, Gary Poundsner, Aloysius in Massachusetts, LMG in Connecticut, Carol J in Connecticut, Elizabeth in California, and Loriana, Kachina, and Courtney in Vermont, I believe. Wonderful. I wish you all a very, very, very lovely day. Sending love to all of you. Goodbye for now.